Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly Stevens. This is Carly Stevens Books for all things writing, publishing, and indie author life. And I am back with another honest review of a writing book I read recently. So you might know that I love audiobooks. All of my major works, the 10-Year Academy series, Laertes, they're all in audio. And if you have not checked them out, please do. If you have a Spotify premium subscription, they are available on there, for example. But anyway, I was listening to the audiobook for Business for Authors, How to Be an Author Entrepreneur by Joanna Penn. I respect Joanna Penn a lot because she not only has the incredible blog, the Creative Penn, but she also has the Creative Penn Podcast, which was instrumental for me to go from someone who enjoyed writing and thought maybe I'll want to publish a book to actually having a shelf of my own work up there. So I respect her in the self-publishing space, and I got the opportunity to meet her in person in Vegas a couple months ago, which was just outstanding. She was exactly like I expected her to be. So anyway, she narrates her own audiobooks, the nonfiction ones, at least. I'm not sure about her fiction pen name, but she has one that's all about business for authors. She was a business consultant, and she's begun several businesses of her own of various kinds, and she's seen some succeed tremendously and other ones fail. So she has this insider knowledge about different aspects of business that I certainly do not have as somebody who is more of an academic and a creative who was not the kind of person to take business classes and stuff like that. So the idea behind Business for Authors, the book, is that it's intended to help you transition from being an author to being an author entrepreneur, to really turning your work into a business that is profitable and all of that. So it goes into a great amount of detail, actually. What I found with some of Joanna Penn's other stuff is that her books can feel a little bit sparse. I mean, she's incredibly knowledgeable, and if you look at her whole body of work, there's an enormous amount of expertise and information to gain there. So I think in general, all the information is there, but in her Books for Authors series, sometimes she niches down so far that occasionally I don't quite get everything that I want to. I get redirected to, if you want more information about this, you can do a deep dive in this other book that I wrote. This is not a criticism so much as just an explanation. I see why she does it. I think it's actually a great business strategy for a few reasons. Financially, if somebody is just looking to find an answer to a particular problem, then she'll do a deep dive into that problem, like she did with healthy writer, healthy author. So if you're dealing with depression or back issues, Anyway, but that's a different book. So this one is just Business for Authors, but it's pretty comprehensive with business. It talks about financials, it talks about the marketing side of things, it talks about goods and services, it talks about setting up LLCs and pros and cons to doing things like that. It talks about what and how to educate yourself in some of the basics. She gives a lot of the basics. She defines all of her terms, but then she'll say, in order to be a successful business person, it's good to have like financial literacy, for example. And she offers the kind of financial literacy that you definitely need in order to begin an author business, but then she'll say, here are lots of resources for, if you want to learn more about investing or kind of branching out from those different topics. So it was a really helpful book. Personally, I think if you want to check out Business for Authors, if you're actually interested in going full-time or making full-time money with writing, which is not everybody's dream, and that's fine. There shouldn't be that assumption that that's what you want to do. But if it is what you want to do, I definitely would suggest that you check this book out. And then for me, what I went to immediately after that was shorter, I think it's audiobook only because it's only 2 hours as compared to 7 or whatever the Business for Authors was. But the shorter audiobook of your author business plan, and it just walks you through it goes more into depth about first steps. How do you actually outline a business plan with examples at the end? I love examples because with things like that, with math, with business, with grammar, if I don't have an example, then it's just not going to stick with me. So I found that really, really useful. Those two together, I think, are a really powerful, positive tool for people who are looking to do that. So I don't really have a lot of criticisms. I feel like the ones that would come up are kind of answered by tagged blog posts or things like that in the Creative Penn kind of ecosystem, but she doesn't do that as much as she does with a lot of her other books send you out. Instead, it is a lot of great information all together and all at once. So I think it's available in paperback, ebook, and audio. I think there's a workbook version as well, because there were questions at the end of each chapter that I thought, wow, I really should answer. And of course, because I was listening to audio, I didn't have the opportunity. So if I were you, I would get the workbook version if you are serious about this, and, use it to set up 2024, 2025 as kind of your transition years into that business mindset and a model that's really going to work for you. So this is not a sponsored video or anything. It's just a book that I found very helpful, and hopefully you can take advantage of as well. So yeah, Business for Authors, How to Be an Author Entrepreneur by Joanna Penn is a winner. I liked it. All right, that is it for now. I will see you next week with a brand new video on writing, publishing, and indie author life. Make sure you subscribe for more of those things. Get the notification button, because I have an incredible slate of guests coming up and topics that we're going to talk about. So thanks for sticking around. Bye.